Hi, this video today is about the Colorado. It's actually about the Rocky Mountain saunas. So my name's Brett. I'm the founder of the Sauna Detox Nice and Facebook group, and people rely on me to give objective reviews of saunas. So let's talk about what to look for in a sauna and how these Rocky Mountain saunas compare. The first thing is you want to make sure that you're getting a sauna that is not loaded with toxic chemicals because you want a sauna to detoxify. I'm hoping that you're getting one to detox, not to retoxify. Like, why else would you get a sauna unless you like sweating? So you want it to detoxify. Now you say, well, what do I mean toxins in my sauna? Well, when they make these things, they glue them together. And guess what? They're not using magical hemp glue. They're using toxic glues. They also oftentimes have toxic plastic in their panels. They also will have different. There's plastic coating over the wirings that, when it heats up, can off gas toxins. They also sometimes have formaldehyde in the plywood that's an underlayment that can outgas. And you're thinking, well, there's plastic in my house, and that's not that big a deal. Well, yeah, probably in your house, maybe it isn't that big. But you're in a sauna that's getting heated up massively. And what happens with all that heat is heat migrates toxins. And so all those toxins that were just dormant all of a sudden heat up and they get into the air. And then there you are with increased breathing, sucking in those toxins and soaking them in your lungs. And worse than that, you're actually your pores are open and you're mostly naked. And so those toxins that are in the air can actually absorb into your pores. And so what you need is you need a sauna that can actually legitimately say there aren't any toxins in there. Well, now, can we trust the people selling these saunas? Do people ever lie when they want to make a commission? Does that ever happen? Well, I'd say that it does, like once in a while, like once every nanosecond, like all the time. Of course, they're going to lie. Like, it's their livelihood. So they're going to lie to protect their livelihood. So they're going to say, well, yeah, there's no toxins in it. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to spend $3,000 or more on a sauna, which is fine. I mean, hey, you're going to have it forever. It's worth the money, but get a good one. And that's why I'm making this video, is to show you what to look for in a good sauna. So the way that you know if there's toxins is not because the words came out of a salesman's mouth. The way that you know is that they can prove it. Like, show me it's called a VOC report. And what that means is that VOC stand for volatile organic compounds, which are airborne toxins. If you go into a new home, that's the new home smell, right? Our volatile organic compounds. I have a meter, I've tested it myself, but it's easy to have. Any reputable sauna company should have a no VOC report. So let's see what Rocky Mountain Saunas does. Let's see if they have a VOC report. So we look in their certifications here, and it's under warranty, actually. And it does look like they have a good warranty, which is good. And then when you go down to sauna safety certifications, let's look at what they have here. ISO 9001 certified. Well, what does that mean? That means consistency in manufacturing. That's what the ISO certification is. So if it's well manufactured, then they'll all be well manufactured. If they're poorly manufactured, then they'll all be poorly manufactured. So it's just consistency in manufacturing, which is actually a decent certification. ETL certification, that's like UL. Like every certification every electrical item like a sauna has to have the certification. ETL or UL, it's basically the same. So it doesn't mean anything. It just means your sauna is not a major safety hazard. I mean, which is cool, but it doesn't mean that it's not a health safety sauna or hazard. It just means it's not a fire safety hazard. ROHS directive. Now, this is where they really like to be deceptive. It's like, oh yeah, look, we're ROHS certified, so we don't have any toxins. It's like, well, no. What it means is certain hazardous substances in electrical and electronic equipment. So that means, like in the electronics, they're not using mercury and things that when they're disposed of are highly environmentally toxic. Doesn't mean they're not using toxic glues, toxic plywood, other toxins in the sauna, or plastics. and it actually does say here, now that I'm looking more carefully at it, you can see, as I was saying, it doesn't contain these heavy metals, PCBs, um, and flame retardants. Well, that doesn't mean the sauna doesn't. That just means the electrical stuff doesn't. And so it doesn't mean much other than they're taking some things that are responsible for the environment, which is good. But where's the VOC report? That's what I want to know. Where is it? Where is it? It doesn't exist. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be sitting in a hot toxic box wondering whether or not it's filled with chemicals, like an invisible chemical smoke inside your sauna you're breathing in while you're trying to detoxify. Like, I want one that doesn't have any toxins, guaranteed, independent third party tested. That's what I want. The next thing that you want to check out is you want to say, well, is it low EMF? Well, look, here it says 0 EMF. Well, okay, those are words on a page, but like, is it true? Is it true? Because I can tell you, when you join our Facebook group, if you're on YouTube, you have to join our Facebook group. We show you how to use niacin, which will detoxify you 7 times faster in a sauna. Yeah, you have to do it a special way, but it's awesome. Everybody's joining our Facebook. You have to check it out. And in our Facebook group, speaking of that, a little tangent here, but this is important. I wrote a sauna information guide right here. And here's the group address, facebook.com/sauna detox. You can type that, cut that, paste it in your browser, pause the video, paste it in your browser in another window. So, or actually you have to type it in. You can't cut and paste it. But anyway, sauna information guide, and this is a $10,000 detox protocol that I teach in the group for free. So that's why like everybody's joining our group. Anyway, and also sauna information guide. And I actually give you all the updated information because this video will be on YouTube forever. And so like I'm aware, because I have so many people in the group that give me information on their saunas, whether they're high EMF or low EMF. Like, I know which brands are legit, which ones aren't. And it's funny because I remember I spoke to a lady in the group who had one of these Rocky Mountain saunas, and then she ended up doing this detox protocol, and then she went to a facility to do it that had the sauna that I recommended. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the difference in the saunas. Now, what was the difference? Well, the difference was, you see all these slats on these panels, how it's just covered with slats? Well, infrared is light. Imagine if you had a light bulb behind those slats. Like, you can see that half approximately is blocked by those slats. So this sauna is not a good design at all. They've put way too many slats on there. The next issue is the panel size. And I get into all this in my buyer's guide, but you see how the panels go all the way up the wall there on the back? Infrared does not penetrate your skull. It doesn't penetrate bone. It only penetrates skin and fat, and muscle. So you don't want it to go above your shoulders. And what happens if you have a 200-degree panel, let's say, and let's say the 200-degree panel is 24 inches long, that means that you have a lot of intense infrared coming off the panels, and it's really going to help you detoxify. But if you take that same 200-watt panel and then you double the size and put it up the wall, now all of a sudden that panel's not very hot, and you're wasting not just half the heat, because half of it's above your head, but you're actually wasting more than that because the panel temperature drops dramatically and it's not putting off much infrared. So in addition, it's got the slat. So this is probably putting off a quarter to a third of the infrared that it should, because of the design. Now, why would they do that? Like, why would they make it go all the way up the walls like that? Well, because these panels aren't even designed for infrared saunas. They're actually designed for cheap Asian floor heaters. That's why they're so dang long. They're not designed for the particular wavelength of saunas. They're just cheap floor heaters that makes for a cheap sauna. As far as the manufacturer is concerned, they make a better profit margin. That's why you see these commonly in so many saunas. And you can tell they just obviously don't care about quality, because why would you put double the number of slats that you need in a sauna, and why would you put the panels going all the way up the wall? Because these are like 99% of saunas They're made in the same factory. There's 3 factories in China that make 99% of the saunas, and they just slap different labels on them, manufacture them slightly differently so they look a little bit different, and then they make huge profit margins. And then they just lie like heck, saying 0 EMFs. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, no EMFs. Trust us. Well, when you join our Facebook group, you'll see all the people who bought the no EMF saunas and were horribly disappointed when they spent $100 and got a tri-field meter and actually tested it. They were appalled that it's like a microwave oven sauna loaded with radiation, and they were just disgusted with the fact that they invested all that money and they were duped. Which is why we have the Facebook group, because like it's legitimate, because like everybody posts which ones are good and which ones aren't. So let's scroll over here back to the certifications. Yeah, they should have a EMF report. Well, I mean, hey, they're claiming 0 EMFs, which, by the way, like that's impossible to have 0. So we know that's a lie in itself, because this is an electrical panel putting off high output electricity. It has to put off some EMFs. I mean, it could be within safe range, but every electrical thing is going to put off some. So that's just a marketing lie. And we know it's a marketing lie because where's the report? Where's the EMF report for independent third-party certification of an EMF report? Where is it? Well, here's their certifications. It's not there. But you know what? Most customers aren't savvy yet, which is what my group's about, is educating people to the facts of what you need. So really, and Dr. Mercola says that EMFs are as dangerous as smoking. So like, you wouldn't sit in a sauna and smoke cigarettes, would you? I hope not. And that's how bad EMFs are. And they're even worse than a sauna, worse than a cell phone, worse than a hairdryer, worse than overhead power lines, things like that, because you're so close to the panels, you're mostly naked, and all of your skin is exposed for hours. I did the calculations, and comparing a high EMF hairdryer to a high EMF sauna at the same rating of EMFs, you get like 155 times more EMFs from a sauna because of the exposure time, because you're in there for up to an hour, and because all of your skin is being bathed in EMFs. It's a mess. And so, you don't want a sauna that I mean, like, there's too many other brands out there that are good for a similar price range. Why risk it? Why risk your money and your health just because, the guy seemed nice on the phone? Well, you know what? There are a lot of nice people who are dishonest. We've all experienced those people in life. And there's some people that they might just be honestly mistaken. They might think their sauna's low EMF. Well, I mean, that's nice. I don't want to be deceived by their own self-deception. I mean, I want a sauna that is going to help you heal. And there are options that have those standards, that have independent third-party certification for what are the 3 things that you need. You need no VOCs, no, which means airborne toxins, no chemicals in the sauna. You need actually legitimately no EMFs, or low EMFs, which is below 2 milligauss, according to the World Health Organization. They actually say 3. Sweden says 2. So you need that, and you also need one that's designed intelligently. Like, you don't want one with panels that go halfway up the walls that have double the number of slats. I mean, that's just stupid. So the Rocky Mountain saunas, we're going to go ahead and give them a D-. Okay, we're not going to give them an F because I guess I'm in a good mood today. But they do not pass our official test. Now, if you want to know which saunas do, then join our Facebook group. Type this in your browser. This is important. Or just type in, if you just type this in, it'll show up. This is really easy if you're on YouTube mobile. If you type in fbl.me/detox, like, that's so easy to do. You can do that. Or you can search our search Facebook for sauna niacin, and it'll show up. Just remember the word niacin, sauna niacin on Facebook. It'll show up. We have a huge group. Everybody's joining our group because we provide the best unbiased information there is. So check out our group, and then get our sauna information guide, and then you can message me on it and then get more information. I am the founder of the group, and you can click on here and you'll see there I am, the right there. I'm the one on the right, by the way, in case you're wondering. So anyway, that is my official looking sauna review video, and I hope that you liked it. Join our group, and I'll be happy to share with you which brands and actually how to get a better deal on them as well. So feel free to message me on Facebook, that is. All right. See you there.